Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being with me today. Hey, I'm super excited. We're doing my take on chicken and rice. Gonna be a great dish. Man, I'm also making for you a watermelon gin cocktail. It's gonna be good. They're gonna be a great pairing. I gotta get over here and get started in the kitchen, man. It's calling my name about the dish. So excited to have you guys in the Chef Brooks kitchen today. We're gonna do a really simple chicken pasta dish. Nice and super simple beauty right there. That's made with so much love. Welcome into the show, man. I'm glad you're with me in the kitchen today. We're doing a cool little recipe, really simple recipe that we're doing. We're doing chicken and rice. We're making it a little loved on too, so it's gonna be really good. I am using Ralston Farms. This is a great company right here, a local company that we're using. They make a great product. I'm using their golden rice grits today. And so I have in this pot that you see steaming with a whole lot of love, that is 2 1/3 cups of water to about 3/4 of a cup of the grits. And I'm gonna just go ahead and add that right to it. I have a whisk right here. Man, I'm just gonna give those a nice blend. It's about 20 minutes to get these done. And so you notice the water was boiling already, and you can see what's happening right there as I get it to a full rolling boil. I'm gonna turn it down to low, and we'll just let that simmer for the 20 minutes. The other thing that we're gonna do to it, we're gonna take a little bit of butter and add to it. We'll also season it up with some salt and pepper. So we'll just take about 1/4 of a stick of butter and add into it. We're gonna season this with salt and then just black pepper right out of the grinder. We just wanna give it some love. The other important thing to do with this is to make sure that you give it a stir every few minutes. We've turned it down to low, so it should be good, but we want to make sure we just kind of scrape along the bottom and just stir that every few minutes, about 20 minutes on that. And we're going to add some stuff to the grits. And so what we're gonna do is take these little peppers. I love these little peppers right here that you can get, little Anaheims. They're so good. They have just color to them and they're easy to prep. And for a dish like this, I wanna make sure that I have a good look to it. And so I'm gonna just take, just like I would a jalapeno, I'm gonna cut it in half and just kind of seed it. Just like that. Real simple. Same thing. And if you get it right, you can take the whole little rib out of there at once. And it comes just right out. So we'll get rid of all of that. And just do these other two. See how that pod, that's that ribs. We just don't want to eat that. Same thing here. And then for color, just to make it a little interesting, we'll use a yellow one as well. And this is just a rough chop. I mean, it's just a rough chop on these. Just like that. Then I'll take them and just start to chop them up. Make sure you protect your fingers real good while you're doing this. We're also going to use a yellow squash and we're going to use some red onion in this. And there, again, it's just a simple prep for the both of those. But we're making our rice. Our rice really is going to be like a secondary thing. It's going to be just a little different. Not just your plain chicken over rice. So we'll take our yellow squash. I want to cut that bad boy in half. And then I'll make just a little bias cut. Just like that. Super simple. And again, that'll add some color to our rice. We'll take our small red onion and just skin it. Cut it in half. You gotta make sure you get rid of that extra skin off of there, both sides. We wanna use the whole thing. And then just like with the squash, we'll kind of go at an angle, just like that. And again, that gives us color for our rice. It'll be the secondary part of our rice. Make sure we give this a good stir. Now when we get back, I'm gonna show you how to do the chicken. We'll get the chicken breast all cut up, get them seasoned up and ready to go in the fryer. It's gonna be a really cool dish. Y'all, stick around, we'll be back in just a bit. So I'm always gonna suggest when you're making rice or grits or pasta, anything like that, always follow the manufacturer's recipe.
Can the flavor of a slow-cooked smoked sausage be so gloriously delicious that the sight of it sizzling makes your taste buds weep? For sure, it's Hillshire.
Oh, Auntie, you can't put that right in the dishwasher.
Watch me. With Cascade Platinum Plus, I have upped my dish game. I just scrape, load, and I'm done.
In that dishwasher?
In that dishwasher.
Only Platinum Plus is packed with more Dawn to remove up to 100% of grease and food residue. Get the highest standard of clean, even in your machine.
Clean enough for you?
Yeah.
Scrape, load, done. Cascade Platinum Plus. Dare to dish differently.
In the morning when I rise, I know I've got you on my side. You're good for me, so naturally. And I can't wait for that fresh taste of richness you bring. I like the way you make me feel. Yeah.
Highland Dairy knows that a good life is a collection of happy moments shared with family and friends. Make your moments more memorable with products that are wholesome and delicious, naturally.
Woo, that was an awesome game.
If you're looking for the best Chicago-style pizza in the area, you found it. Best pizza in town.
It's the best lunch special around.
Games are always on.
And of course, Gusano's signature happiest hour.
For more information on our specials and events, go to gusanos.pizza.
See you at Gusano's.
So we're working with raw chicken here. We gotta make sure we put on gloves, wash your hands real good, but then make sure you use the nitrile gloves. It'll keep you safe and your kitchen clean. So let's keep the party going. We got our grits going, they look great. Man, I've got them super low. We've been giving them a little bit of a toss every now and again. And I've got my raw chicken here on a board. I'm gonna always use one of these plastic boards when I'm using raw chicken. The chicken breast just has to be cleaned up with some of that fat that's on the outside of it. It'll have that on just about every corner of the chicken breast. And so you just take your knife. I usually just kind of scrape it away. I mean, you can see this one is pretty clean, but if you'll just scrape that little bit of fat away there, keeps that from being, you taking that in. Just clean them up real good. Now, for this dish, what I want to do is I want my chicken to be little tiny strips. And so what I'll do is start down on the pointed end, down on the tail end of the chicken breast, and I'm going to make these as thin as I can get them. The main reason is I want them to be nice and crispy, but I want them to cook fast also. And after we get them cooked and crispy, they're going to be tossed in a sauce. So they'll already be, we'll take away that crispiness from them, but we want them to have that. That's why we're using corn flour, is so they'll be crispy. But we want to have that crispiness first. So just cut them real thin. Make sure that you always wear gloves when you're prepping raw chicken. I mean, beef, it doesn't really matter. You can wash your hands and be clear of the beef, but the chicken, man, if you get chicken all over your kitchen, it just makes for a bad situation. So we want to make sure we're always doing a good job and keeping ourselves safe and clean. And we're going to cook our chicken all the way through. We want to make sure that it's done. always cook it to at least 160, 165. And so once we get our breasts done, they're ready to go. Man, I'm gonna get rid of these guys. So you see, I have my skillet. It's just a wok, big cast iron wok that I use. It has got, I don't know, maybe 1.5 inches of oil in the bottom. And it's ready to go. I can feel the heat from it. I wanna season up my chicken real good with black pepper. And I want you to see this. This is a dusting of the chicken. I'm giving that the whole top of it. I'm not tossing it or anything. I'm just giving the top of it a really good dusting. I promise it's not over seasoned. And the same thing with the kosher salt. Just give it a good dusting. And then what I'll do, I'll glove myself back up because we're gonna dig right in. We're gonna mix that up. We wanna get the seasoning all over the chicken. We want the seasoning on every bit of it. And so you just mix it up real good. Now, I also have here the corn flour that we need. Man, and it's just cornstarch. That's all it is. It is finely sifted cornstarch. We'll add that to the mix and just give it a toss. Again, this is what we're using to make our chicken crispy. Just make sure you get it all on there. And if you don't think you have enough, just make sure you get enough so that all of it is coated. And so I don't feel like I have enough. I'm gonna grab a little bit more cornstarch and I'm gonna give that just, again, a coat it. I'm gonna coat it real good in the cornstarch. And these are ready to fry. Once you feel like they're coated really good and that they have just that cornstarch look to them, you can start to fry them. Now, I am going to just do a little bit at a time. We'll batch this right in our oil. Just kind of break it up as you go. And shake off any of that excess cornstarch. So I always use a wire strainer just to make sure that I can move my chicken around. We just want to make sure we get our chicken nice and crispy. And man, golden brown will be the look for this. It's going to be delicious. All right, once we get back, you guys, we're going to get our grits all set up. We're going to put the vegetables in it. It's going to be delicious. This is going to be a great dish. Y'all come back about the dish. And so I am kind of using my roots here. This is a southern dish with some Asian flair to it because we're adding some soy sauce to it. We're adding some other flavors that are going to make it a nice combination.
Bounty Mega Roll, 4 rolls in 1.
Dreaming of owning an RV? Well, now is the time to add a little comfort to your vacations by investing in your home away from home. Make your dream come true with Wheels RV, the #1 new RV dealer in Northwest Arkansas. We carry brands like Grand Design, Brinkley, Flagstaff, No Boundaries, and Vibe. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV. Find us 5 miles west of I-49 under the Tontitown Water Tower.
In the morning when I rise, I know I've got you on my side. You're good for me, so naturally. And I can't wait for that fresh taste of richness you bring. I like the way you make me feel.
Highland Dairy knows that a good life is a collection of happy moments shared with family and friends. Make your moments more memorable with products that are wholesome and delicious, naturally.
Southern Loft is a unique home furnishing store, offering furniture and decor in an inspiring atmosphere. We carry brands like Lexington and Bella, Caracol, and many more, all with great solutions for your season of life. Visit us today. We are located in the heart of Fayetteville, Arkansas on North College. That is why Southern Loft is a different kind of furniture store.
So welcome back. We've got our chicken taken out. I have removed most of the oil. We had all that oil in there. I've taken most of it out. And I've turned that thing down to low. I'm gonna add to it. It's gonna crackle a little. Gotta get ready for that. And gonna smoke a little. But we want that. That is chicken stock, about 1/4 cup. That is a 1/2 cup of honey. This is light soy sauce, about 1/3 cup. And this is just our sauce to coat our chicken. This is a little bit of vinegar. Just a little bit of rice vinegar, about a tablespoon. And man, I'm just gonna let that percolate. And it smells so dang good. The other thing I wanna do to this is add a little bit of chili flake. We'll add just some crushed red peppers to it. And again, that's gonna coat our chicken and be so dang good. And we're gonna let it go, man. I've got it turned way down to low. And we'll get our vegetables going for our grits. So this is the onions, the squash that we cut up, and the bell and the peppers that we cut up. I've got a little pan going right here. I'm gonna get them going right in there. I want to season these really good with salt and pepper. Just give them some love. And the other thing that I'm going to do with this dish, I'm going to twist it just a little bit, because instead of adding cilantro or instead of adding parsley to it, we're going to add some fresh basil right to it. Just going to give it a little bit of different flavor. I always make my basil a chiffonade, so you notice how I just kind of balled it all up and turned it into just a little ball under my fingers. And once I get it there, I'll just start dicing it up. And that's going to be good. And I'll use a little bit as garnish over the top of the dish once we get it done. So, take our vegetables. We just want to sweat them down a little bit. That's it. Add our basil. Now watch this. I'm going to take those grits and I'm going to add them right to there. If you want to, you can add cheese to this. You can do whatever you like. But this just gives it a different flavor, a different feel. We make those grits sing by adding some vegetables to them. And now listen, if you want to, you can make them how you want. If you want them a little bit soupy, you can add more water to it. I just want to blend it up real good. I want there to be more vegetables to it than there is grits. It's just all the textures at once. But again, you can add Gouda, you can add cheddar, white cheddar, whatever you'd like. Just make sure they're seasoned real good. And so for that, I'm just gonna make sure I get it right. A little bit more salt, a little bit more pepper. Blend it up real good. Now let's make us a plate. Let's make a plate here, because we need to. Definitely. So we'll take our nice plate. We're going to add us some of that grits right to the middle. Check that out. Isn't that colorful? Isn't that good? Turn that guy off right there. And what I'll do, I'll take my chicken and put it right in my sauce. Just like that. We'll take our tongs and just give it a mix so that you get coated with that sauce all over your chicken. Oh my gosh, smells so dang good. Then we'll take our chicken, add it right to the top. I'm telling you, your family and friends are gonna love this so much. A little bit of fresh basil right over the top of the dish. And then we'll hit it again with some crushed chili flakes. That is Chef Brooks' chicken and rice. That is so delicious.
Can the flavor of a slow-cooked smoked sausage be so gloriously delicious that the sight of it sizzling makes your taste buds weep? For sure, it's Hillshire.
I'm Jim Cash III, owner of the Diamond Center. I invite you to come visit us for all your jewelry needs, including celebrations, purchases, repurposing, or jewelry repairs. The Diamond Center offers the largest selection of engagement rings in the area, along with complete custom design for all those special occasions. My family's legacy in jewelry goes back 4 generations. We strive for excellent customer service, integrity in our pricing, and jewelry of the very best quality and craftsmanship. This is all backed by our exclusive free lifetime warranty. Come see us at the Diamond Center, celebrating a legacy of love.
At Chef Brooks Catering, we take pride in our food and our service. Whether your event is large or small, in-home or on location, our team of culinary pros is ready to make your event beautiful and delicious. We do all things culinary. Give us a call or find us online at chefbrookscatering.com.
So many people have a real struggle to find their place in the world. But you know, I've helped thousands of people as a real estate and lifestyle expert. As a result of that, I really understand the personalized nature and process of discovery.
Man, I feel like I found a really nice home here, for sure.
Well, and that's why I bring people inspiration that you provide, so you can stimulate their hearts and minds.
Yes, their stomachs as well. I'm a stomach guy, man.
Me too. Contact me. Let's spend some time exploring your hopes and dreams. Then I'll go out and find it for you.
Can the flavor of a slow-cooked smoked sausage be so gloriously delicious that the sight of it sizzling makes your taste buds weep? For sure, it's Hillshire.
Welcome back. Man, what a great dish. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. We're gonna keep it rolling. We got a cool drink to pair with it. This is just a watermelon and gin, just a cocktail, super simple. Man, I have some sugar in a bowl right here. I have 2 cocktail glasses. I have cut a couple of slits into the end of a lime. And what I'll do is just rim my glass with one of those lime edges and just sink it right down in there to make a cool look around my glass. And then we'll do the other one as well. Same exact thing. Just go around the edge, dunk that in, and let that set up just like that. So I have added watermelon right into our pitcher right here. I'm gonna add 5 basil leaves right in there. I am also gonna put in about 3 ounces of our gin. So we'll do 1, 2, 3 heaping ounces of our gin right in there. And what I'll do here, I'll grab my pair of tongs. So we'll squeeze some lime juice. We'll get that juice right in that pitcher along with that watermelon, and then we'll add some honey. You can add agave nectar if you want to, whatever you'd like. And so I'll take my immersion blender, just kind of squish that watermelon down and blend it up. Really, we want to get the basil leaves nice and blended. Always use a seedless watermelon with this. And now, so what we'll do here, we'll take our glasses. We have some fresh ice. that we'll add to these. Add that fresh ice right there. Then we'll take our mix, add it right to our mixer. All the alcohol in there, all the love. Put our top on. We just want to make sure that this gets really cold. That's why we're putting it over the fresh ice. You want to serve it really cold to your guests. Take that lid off. We will pour us up a nice cocktail. Oh my gosh, look at that basil. So good. Now I want to show you another little trick here real fast. I'll take a couple of melon balls, just like that. Just use your Parisian scoop. We'll take some basil. We'll give it a good garnish. So one melon ball down. We'll put our basil on, and then we'll put our other melon ball on there. And there is our garnish. That is a watermelon. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that looks so good. That is a watermelon and gin cocktail. I hope you enjoy it. What a great recipe. Thank y'all so much for being with me today. I hope you enjoy this recipe. I love doing cool spins on things that I grew up eating. This is a chicken and rice dish that I think your family's gonna like. I think they'll like this cocktail too. Hey, you can find us and like us right here, all over the place. I'm Chef Brooks, About the Dish. Right in there. And what I'll do here, I'll grab my pair of tongs, because I need to make a mess over there on the back of you know, I have to do that, it has to happen. We just need some, I'm sorry.